My name is Rick Fogel, and this is my 5th speech of 5, the last one for the class. Today's a persuasive speech on capital punishment. What is capital punishment? Death penalty, better put. So we're going to cover 2 different sides of the death penalty, why we should and why we shouldn't. And at the conclusion of my speech, I would ask that you would support the death penalty. And so let's talk about why not the death penalty. You can tell me why or what's wrong with the death penalty or capital punishment.
Takes too long and then costs too much money for all the appeals that they are allowed to have.
So the money that the taxpayers are paying to keep the prisoners in prison, good. You're right. It's overwhelming, the price. To include even keeping the prisoners in prison for all that length of time, life sentences, and we'll get into that in a second. Another reason death penalty is a bad idea in the United States. DNA. Anybody elaborate on that?
Well, in case somebody wasn't guilty.
Yeah, in case somebody wasn't guilty. And that's the big one. DNA, now that we found the DNA and how it works and know how to read the strands, it exonerated a lot of people. People were on death row and they released them. So that would definitely be the downside of the death penalty. In fact, in addition to that, inhumane. Life for life. Everybody deserves a second chance. I believe that. I believe everybody deserves a second chance to a degree. A law enforcement officer has the discretion to write you a ticket, does he not? Or he has the discretion to release you, discretion of the law. But do you get a second chance? Oh, you were speeding, we'll give you a second. No, he either writes you or he don't. Anyway, something to think about. Pro the death penalty. And to let you know, persuasive speech, I am pro death penalty. And who's that? Jeffrey Dahmer, what did he do?
He ate people.
He ate people. Jeffrey Dahmer, 15 life sentences back to back. How many life sentences do we need to keep somebody in prison for life? 15? Maybe 15. Jeffrey Dahmer was charged with rape, dismemberment, necrophilia, and cannibalism. Killed over 15 people. Killed his first one at 18 years old, buried him in the backyard. Should have been put to death. Wasn't. 15 life sentences back. How much is that costing the taxpayers?
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, guilty. I mean, no doubt about it, guilty. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Is he still?
No, he's dead. Killed in prison. Prisoners got to him. Jail yard justice.
Yes.
Who's this guy? This guy might be before your time. Take a good look.
Manson.
Charles Manson, the famous Charles Manson. He didn't commit the crime himself. He sent people to kill somebody that he was writing music with. It wasn't the right people. Somebody else was staying in the house and they just wiped them all out, to include an unborn baby. Unborn baby. Charles Manson, California stopped the death penalty for a short period of time, slipped in that window. Guess when he's up for parole? This year.
Yep.
This year. Yeah. Crazy, right? How long is this guy in prison? Over 40 years. A taxable amount. My gosh, we got people sleeping in the streets. We got kids without shoes on their feet, and we're paying this guy to stay in prison. Anybody see videos on YouTube of this guy? Insane. Insane.
Yeah, he is.
I present to you Charles Manson. This guy, boom.
Ted Bundy. Or no.
Ted Bundy.
Ted
Very
Bundy,
good.
yeah,
Ted Bundy. Very charismatic, I heard. I drive a Volkswagen. He was a Volkswagen, was a getaway car. Kind of funny. So he actually was, he did do the death sentences, but before they killed him, he did 14 years. Admitted to over 30 homicides. And the FBI guy talked to him, he's like, is 30 about right? He says, adds another digit to that, and you'll be close. So no one really knows how many he killed, but he was sentenced to death. They took over. He actually escaped, too. And I think away for a week. Smart guy. Extremely smart. Portland, Oregon, Washington area. Gary Ridgway, who's that guy?
Is it the Green River?
Green River Killer. How many life sentences is Gary Ridgway currently serving? 48 life sentences back to back without the possibility of parole. I'm assuming if you get one life sentence without the possibility of parole, I'm assuming you're not getting out of jail. That's incorrect. He's got to serve 48 life sentences, and they're still not sure he's not getting out. And the reason why he didn't get the death penalty, because he admitted to doing all the crimes. People want to put their loved ones to past, or find the remains and bury something. Is that fair? do these guys deserve a second chance? I ask you, no.
No.
I urge you to reconsider if you have any doubts about capital punishment or death penalty and support the idea of capital punishment and death penalty. That concludes my speech. Thank you.